All right, here we go. Here we go. The hype is real. A lot of players talk about the pros. They say, where's Marco? They say, where's Legend? I'm over them. I'm over the pros. I'm here for Division 3. We got Neo. I got to turn the hype song off. Now I'm getting too much energy. We got Neo in yellow. Neo Grant, the man himself, big volunteer on the CNCnet network. A big reason why we get to play and have a lot of fun is because of Neo and the time and energy he puts in. Big shout out to Neo. Neo OP. Neo in yellow on the right side. He's facing off against Wheels. Wheels in red on the left side here. This is Division 3 Blitz. Division 3 Blitz, there's the bracket. Both these guys won quite a few games to get here, definitely proved themselves. Should be a good one. Who knows? Who knows? It could be anything. I say it should be a good one every game. You guys know I have no idea. So, Doom map to start things off. We'll be cycling through the maps. It is best of 5. These guys are picking their own factions. And we're going to see who proves themselves, who can go up to Division 2. That is how you climb the ranks through these tournaments. We do them every single month. So if you are a new player and you want to get in here, I hear people all the time, they say, well, I can't play in a tournament. I'm not good enough. I'm like, yo, we have Division 5. Like, if we have enough bad players, we'll have Division 6. We'll have a Division 7, my girlfriend will play. So if we get groups of players based on their skill level, we put them together so we can have competitive games. It's as simple as that. So regardless of your skill level, join my Discord. You can find that link at redalert2.com. Join my Discord. Come sign up. We are doing signups right now for the January tournament. Signups close in 48 hours. You have 48 hours to get in my Discord and sign up if you want to play. I recommend it. I recommend it. We have regular Red Alert 2, regular Yuri's Revenge, and Blitz. All 3 different game modes, different divisions. You can play all 3 if you want. It's free to play. There's cash prizes. Is there anything else I could say to convince you? Is there anything else I can say to convince you? If you do a really good job, we'll get you an avatar. How about that? You get an avatar, maybe you'll go pro, maybe someday you'll beat Marco. Every kid's dream. So both these guys, you love to see it, these lower divisions, these guys figuring out the metas, they're dialed in. They know exactly what they're doing. They've watched the pros, and they know how to play. Now, obviously, these lower level guys, their execution isn't going to be quite as good, right? They're more likely to make mistakes. That's the biggest thing in these lower level players. But their build orders, if you're going to be in the finals in Division 3, you're going to have these build orders down. And if you took a screenshot right now, you wouldn't know what division these guys are. Now, as the game evolves and gets more complex, as you see the engagements, you might start seeing a little more slips and mistakes. But as of right now, both these guys very, very dialed in. 2.5 minute mark, you love to see it both on 3 war factories. Neo now switching over to Radar Tech, going to bring a Desolator out, and the split on the bottom side. I love this map for that. I love these bottom side splits. If you guys have seen me quick match, I'm always trying to sneak people around this backside. These 2 zones are so far apart. You can try to catch a player with his pants down, playing the top side. You sneak some guys on the bottom side. You love to see it. Both players kind of zoning out that top side with defensive structures. But Neo playing a little bit more passive here. He has a radar out. We'll see if Neo possibly is going to go Battle Lab Tech here. He doesn't look like he's trying to get offensive. He's not really trying to posture up, and he is building a lot of static defenses. So we shall see. We shall see. Neo going to take a little bite on the top side, and clears out a couple sentry guns. That's decent value there. Get those defenses down so that if there is an opening, you can get through unscathed. Neo now on 6K. Wheels going broke. Wheels now with a War Factory. Yeah, Wheels. Oh, and Neo. Ooh, Neo gets in. Good discipline there to not jump on that War Factory. A lesser man may have. And I love seeing this yo-yo action. This is the kind of meta. This is what I love seeing in Blitz. This high-low, back and forth. Whoever can manage tanks on both sides of the field is going to be ahead. And you see Wheels struggling to split here. So Neo able to get that split in, and that's exactly it. It's back and forth, back and forth. Boom, there's an opening. The window opens. You get in, you exploit it. And Desolators on the backside. Oh my god. Oh my god. Neo with some really high-level tactics, but Wheels is out tanking here, and after all that's said and done, Neo a little bit on the ropes, now having to bait some buildings. His Desolators are not in position. He doesn't have the sentry gun support that he wishes he had in this position, and now Wheels clicking down buildings, and you see Neo just giving up. Or not giving up, but baiting. He knows that if he engages head on, oh, Neo has some Desolators on the backside, a little bit out of position here. Oh, and after all that, brute force. And when it's all said and done, you can do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, we've seen it before. We'll certainly see it again. Rhino power will tower. So, Neo Grant playing some jazz, a little back and forth, a little mixing and matching, a little smoke and mirrors. Wheels going full brute force, storming down the gates and taking home that first point. Very well played, Wheels. Right, so over to point number 2 now on the Prime map. Wheels is switching over to Allied. I can't remember well. You know, Wheels has been making some noise in these lower divisions for a while in Blitz. I want to say he's been playing Blitz for at least a few months. And now that I think about it, I think he is actually an allied player generally. Of course, this map specifically, definitely one where there's a lot of allied potential. Now on this map with allied, a few different interesting things you can make happen. Now, number one, the GIs, right? That forward barracks is always nasty. Neo knows it's coming, so he has the barracks. Actually, I like this move. He puts the war factory here, the barracks here. He's going to try to seal this off. Very difficult for the GIs to come up here, but the GIs can route all the way around the backside and yeah, be a bit annoying. And if not annoying, also take money and take time away from the Soviet player, which is ultimately the MO. Ooh, Neo just lost the Eagle on the pad. Very unfortunate. 1,200 credits down. So the Eagle here is also a huge allied advantage. 5 Eagles are what you need to get stuff done in Blitz. 5 Eagles can take a war factory. They can take an oil. Prior to getting your 5 Eagles, it's very tough. 4 Eagles don't do much. So, of course, now on this map, you get 1 AFC. You already have 5 Eagle potential. And Neo going for this MCV, I love it. This is how the Soviet player has to play. You can't let... And I think we see that at a higher level more often. When the Allied player comes down and starts, like, playing with you with their GIs. Well, there's a good metaphor here. There's a good metaphor. If you throw a stick, a dog chases it. If you throw a stick and it's a lion, the lion just turns back and eats the person who threw the stick. And so pros, you know, like at these lower levels, the GIs come down and you start chasing the GIs around and you build 1,000 sentry guns and you get all distracted. But the pro players are like, fine, dude, walk your GIs around the back of my base. I'm going to go down and take your MCV. So that's the metaphor. Play like a lion, not like a dog. When someone throws a stick, don't chase the stick. Turn around and eat them. What do you guys think? Out of 10, did that metaphor actually make sense? I feel like that's maybe like a 4 on the metaphor scale. It's a good metaphor, but I'm not sure if it's... I'm trying to think if it's actually applicable here. Hard to say. Good metaphor nonetheless, though. Alright, AFC out now, so the Eagles are coming, and Neo moving into a mid-game without the early value that the Soviet player wants to have here, so things can start getting a little bit uncomfortable. 6 out of 10 Strife? Alright, I appreciate that. 6 out of 10. I'll take a 6 out of 10. Sniper out to deal with the fodder. Yeah, Neo definitely in the pressure cooker here. Needs to try to find some value. And honestly, yeah, he's pushing into these Grizzlies. GIs, the GIs up on this hill could cause some issues. Neo, very good discipline and unit control, staying out of these bad engagements, but he's just not really finding a way to get ahead, and certainly not finding value with these Rhinos. And now 5 Eagles out. Neo with 1 flak cannon. Very, very tough position as these Eagles start going to work. You guys have seen these Eagles before in Blitz. I mean, they're just small map like this. Those things are just gonna be making laps. And Wheels understands the assignment perfectly. He knows exactly what he's doing here. And he's just like, hey, come at me. And Neo, yeah, I mean, as soon as you know you're going into a mid game with an allied player, you have to be building flak cannons as of yesterday. Now, we've talked about it before, you know, these Eagles, yes, they're going to get in. They probably will get whatever they're going at, but you have to make them all die. You know, the big thing is that right now, he's bringing back 3 or 4 Eagles from each run, so he's rebuilding and coming back, you know, 20 seconds later, and it's also not costing him much money. If Neo had the anti-air to make him pay the toll every single time 5 Eagles come in, if he shot down all 5, well, it'd be a much different game, obviously. This forward Desolator, I like that from Neo here. Again, so Eagles, okay, yeah, it takes down 2. That's not enough. You need to be taking down at least 3 or 4 Eagles on each one of those runs. So Neo with a nice split now. Ooh, Neo finds an opening on the backside. That Battle Lab's looking juicy. Dives in the Battle Lab and the backside split. So this is Neo's advantage. We've seen this before. Neo is more effective at splitting. But Wheels is just keeping himself in the game on the back, and the MCV goes down. So now Neo can pull back and try to recover in this position and just hold. He continues to dive, though. I think he should pull these. This is kind of a scary amount of Grizzlies. And Neo's heavily out-tanked, and Neo stays offensive here, but he has the Desolators on the backside. Very, very nice. Very, very nice work from Neo. Keep the Desolators on the backside. Oh, I didn't see all his Rhinos on the bottom side. Okay. So Wheels now doing the equation in his head here. And it's a tricky position. Barracks goes down. Wheels has the AFC. The snipers, the Desolator needs to stay behind that wall. Yeah, you can keep playing the walls on this map with Desolator's huge. Oh my god, that bunker just got so much value. And the Tesla coil from Neo. GI's now pushing in here. The GI's doing some work. It's a lot. It's not going to matter. It's not enough Grizzlies. That was actually a nice attack from Wheels. He did what he could there, but yeah, not gonna work. So Neo puts one on the board. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? I said pros are old news. I said I'm D3 or die. And here we are, Division 3 putting on a show for us. Putting things 1-1. You love to see it, you love to see it, you love to see it. Yeah, so ultimately, it was interesting, you know, the split in the first game, right? Neo had that split, and Wheels couldn't keep up with the split. That's what we saw in the first point, but he was able to overload him. All right, here we go, over to point number 3. Yeah, I am. I'm streaming on Facebook and YouTube right now. Normally, I have lag issues if I stream on all 3, but my new strategy, my old strategy was like, I'm going to dial in on specific things and corner specific things and then dominate those individual things. Now I'm like, new strategy, starts with mashed potatoes. We're streaming on TikTok, we're streaming on Facebook, we're streaming on YouTube. I posted on Reddit the other day about the January tournament, and I got like 100 upvotes on Reddit, which I think is a lot on Reddit. So it seemed to get a lot of attraction from Reddit. Actually, we got, my Reddit post actually did pretty good. I finally got, my Discord has 1,000 members in it. We got 1,000 people in the Discord. 1,000 people in the Red Alert 2 World Series Discord. It's the place to be. If you guys don't know what Discord is, it's like a messaging app, a video app, a chat app, a forum, a bulletin board, an announcement place, a sign-up platform, a website. Oh my God, it's everything. What a barn burner, boys. Come to Discord. It's free. It's amazing. You'll love it. It'll change your life. You can find the link at redalert2.com. It is a barn burner. That's absolutely right, Schmo. Got to redeem the barn burner just for that. All right, and as I'm talking about TikToking and Redditing, we got ourselves a barn burner here in the mummy map as well. So both players going right at each other. Going to come down to tank control. Those conscripts going to get some nice value here for Wheels. Ooh, and Neo caught a little bit out of position. Those conscripts getting a lot done. He's not running over those conscripts. He chooses to try to drive past them. Look at that sentry gun on the hill from Wheels. That's pretty heads-up play. The Huts doing damage. The conscripts doing damage. And that's what you call a team effort there. Conscripts, Huts, sentry guns, everything coming together to hold the line. He is out tanked, and Neo doing a good job. Very heads-up move here, staying away and just getting away from the defenses. He can't dive on this MCV. Why is Wheels not repairing the MCV? Why is Wheels not attacking the tanks? Oh, Neo switches off of it. What do you guys think about that? Ooh, wow. I think he would have gotten it, and I don't think Wheels had the counterpunch potential to make him pay for it. It's hard to say. I think Neo probably should. Those are really, really hard decisions, though. In the lower levels, you see 9 out of 10 Division 3 players will dive on that MCV, and very oftentimes they'll make the incorrect move and they'll get counterpunched, lose their army and lose the game because of it. Yeah, Wheels could be placing a bunker here. He's got the conscripts for it. Wheels doing a great job staying alive in this position, but definitely going to be a tough one here. Like Neo's got the momentum, and he's keeping the pressure on. You love to see it. Dog's out to deal with those conscripts. Wheels doing a good job moving his conscripts around into positions, though. And Neo just trying to find gaps in the armor. And now the conscripts, oh, finally those conscripts. Neo's able to run them over. Now Neo pushing in. Low body situation here. 2 sentry guns. Neo, I think, needs to reconsider this. Doesn't want to engage with those sentry guns, I don't think. Both players keeping up on their back end. Wheels on 4 War Factories. So Wheels actually has a War Factory advantage right now. And Neo's actually overproducing. Oftentimes you will see that the attacker is so focused on the attack. I think it's slightly easier to defend than attack. It's a little less micro intensive to defend, of course. And so in a lot of times in these situations you will see that. So Neo has 10K in the bank. That's actually more money than you want to have in the bank right now. He should have another War Factory out. I would imagine he's gone AFK on his building tab for some crucial moments here. And if Wheels can continue to hold these positions, he'll find himself ahead as we move into the mid game, which we may be seeing here very, very shortly. But Neo now realizing what's going on. He is getting some sentry guns on the backside and now does have his 4th War Factory out. But Wheels on 5. So Wheels is keeping up. Now Wheels has to watch his fodder. Keep an eye on Wheels' money now. Wheels is going broke. And Neo gonna counter punch here. Power plant goes down, barracks goes down. Very nice map awareness. Neo hops in, grabs that mastermind. That's gonna cause some issues. Oh, never mind, dives on it. Neo, as soon as you grab that mastermind, you got to get on the run with it. Wheels, even though he's going broke, he is still keeping up on these 5 War Factories, and it's giving him a nasty tank advantage here. And here comes the storm. And after all that early effort from Neo, very, very impressive defensive hold from Wheels to keep himself in this game. And like we talked about, keep up on the back end. You know, when you're so focused on your micro, you forget about your macro. That's certainly happened to me more times than I care to admit. Yes, it is best of 5. Yep. Yep, and Neo with a fodder advantage here, but is heavily out tanked in this position. I think Neo knows it here. He is going to try to pull back, but this storm is not going to be ending anytime soon, as Wheels now has his economy behind him. 5 war factories up to 3. The storm is coming. The storm is coming. Neo tries to switch to drones. You expect to see the GGs here. Well played by Neo, but yeah, Wheels is looking tough. And again, guys, we do have a regular Yuri's Revenge match coming up right after this. Wheels is actually in the Division 3 tournament, the finals for regular Yuri's Revenge. So we'll be running that right after this. RA2 guy versus Wheels. All right, here we go. Here we go over to Soviet versus Soviet here on the demo map. So best of 5. Any of you guys mathematically disinclined? Berg, is that a word? Disinclined? All you guys mathematically disinclined here. Best of 5 is first to 3. Wait, Odd Bear Out. Are you your Wheels' brother or something? You said you're gonna run upstairs and give him your power? It's awesome when you get the family in here. You remember who was it? Remember Morty? Morty was like a D4 player, and every time he would play, we'd have like 10 people in the chat. Like all of his family and friends would come watch him. I don't know why more people don't do that. Like all of your parents would be proud of you guys for playing 20-year-old video games competitively. You should tell them to come play. Send them the link, redalert2.com/live. We got to get everyone in here. Speaking of which, I got to do a quick hype here. World Cup, guys. Obviously, you guys know what's going on this month. I've said it a million times. $650 in prizes going out. We've been running this all month long. Tons of good games. 80 players. I don't know, 12 brackets or something. But the point is, it all comes to a head this Sunday. Tell your friends, tell your family, block off your calendar, quit work, quit your job, abandon relationships if necessary. This Sunday, 12 p.m. CST, Kian versus Marco. Kian versus Marco. Kian the Octo Kid, Marco the GOAT. It's kicking off. Here's the kicker. It's them. They're playing Blitz for the World Cup Championship. They're both in the finals for that. And then they're playing Yuri's Revenge. They made it to the finals in both regular Yuri's Revenge and Blitz. So they're going to be in the finals for that. We're doing them back-to-back. The Marco Kian-a-thon. Yeah, it's something to write home about. So stay tuned for that this Sunday, 12 p.m. CST. If you're watching this on YouTube, it already happened, unfortunately, if you're watching the replay on YouTube. But stick around because I'll be posting them on there. You know I take care of you guys on YouTube. I only send you guys the bangers on YouTube. The YouTubers are a little spoiled. They never have to watch the bad games. They only get the bangers. All right, so a little bit of a staring contest, dancing back and forth. These guys giving me some time to rant a little bit. Dogs in, so big fodder advantage here for Neil. Let's see if we can get done with it. You know what? We've just seen Wheels has just had a Rhino advantage all series. All series long, he's just had a Rhino advantage. I just a little bit faster on the back end, I guess. And now Wheels going Battle Lab tech, and yet somehow, and look how quickly Neo got that drone out. Very, very nice. So it's oh, nice, that drone doing some work. So we have Wheels over on Battle Lab tech, and still somehow he's keeping up on Rhinos. Demo trucks, left side and right side. We'll see if the demo trucks can get done. Neo gonna run into the radiation, won't do anything with that. Oh, might take it's nice, takes the Desolator. Right side, we got the Rhino race on the right side. Okay, now just gonna dive on it. Okay. Now pushing on the right side. So Neo has to be careful. There's these Desolators here. Oh, he gets forced into a choke point from those Desolators. Now into a Sentry Gun. Ooh. Yep. That's going to be an unfortunate one. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Well, actually, stuck between a Desolator and water. Stuck between Desolator and water. Tale as old as time. Forced into that bottleneck. Got gobbled up. Neo on 3 war factories. Neo's got 8K in the bank. Oh, Wheels is going broke, but as I say that, he does already get the Soviet Trident out. So we do have Iron Curtain, Dreadnought, and Kirov. Oh, the Dreadnought went down. Okay, that's nice. That's good map awareness. Oof, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Kirov coming. Flak Cannon instead of Flak Tracks. That's tough. Or wait, hold on, Odd Bear Out. Wait, are you Neo's brother? Wait, for a second I thought you were Wheels' brother. Does anyone know? Odd Bear Out is someone's brother, I think. Okay. Iron Curtain coming. Oof, could be quite possibly game-ending Iron Curtain. That Kirov gets one war factory. It's a tough position, right? Neo's doing a good job hanging in there. He did a good job recovering from that attack. Oh, he forces a very early Iron Curtain and gets his own tank Iron Curtain and now pulls. Oh! And Wheels goes on his own radiation. Oh my god! And then Neo heads downfield. Oh, Neo doesn't have a force shield. Oh, he's slow on the repair. He's too focused on his attack downfield. We do get into a base trade situation, but Neo does have the wherewithal to start pumping drones on the backside. Barracks goes down, MCV goes down. Top side, MCV goes down. What's the next target for Neo? He's going to go for both War Factories. He gets the elite tank. This is a full base trade situation. Neo's going to keep his War Factories. Oh my god, Wheels loses his War Factories. Wait, Wheels isn't producing. Oh my god, Neo wins it. No way. No way. Oh my god, what a day to be alive, boys. We get ourselves a barn burner. All right, best of 5 match point. Here it is. Here it is for all the marbles, for the pride, for the prize, for that D3 title. We should have a belt. We should give people a belt or maybe a crown. You normally do crowns. Anyway, Division 3 finals. Here it is, best of 5. It all comes down to this. The barn is officially burning, and I gotta say, we've been starving a little bit. We haven't had a barn burner in a couple days, and I get a little out of whack. I get a little irritable. People kind of like, people on the street notice. They're like, "Yo, what's up with him?" I'm like, I haven't had a barn burner in like 3 days. The barn is officially burning. Match point, you love to see it. And Neo, man, these guys have been at each other's throats. Well, what else is there to say? What else is there to say? Been a great match so far. We'll see. So Neo riding a little momentum into the finals. That makes a big difference. You know, the lower the division, I think the more momentum seems to matter. And of course that matters with players as well. There's pro players that tilt more than others. But in these lower divisions specifically, I think you can feel it a lot more. If you have a frustrating loss, you're much more likely to let that get to your head here. So we'll see if Wheels is the kind of guy who bends or breaks. Already in that bottom middle zone. Neo goes down to counter it. And Neo with the fodder advantage. This one's a knife fight, and we saw this. This is why I designed the map this way. You cannot build sentry guns. So down here, it's sticks and stones. No sentry gun support. It's going to come down to fodder and tanks and unit control. Now we do have, so Wheels uses his paradrop in this hot zone. Neo tries to get on the backside. There is a sentry gun though, and now Neo's gonna play it like a lion. Like I said, you don't chase the stick. When someone throws a stick, you're not a dog. Don't chase the stick. You turn around and eat the person who threw the stick. So Neo says, fine, take my oil. He's gonna take the action downfield. Can he make it happen? Wheels again getting a lot of value out of his sentry guns and his conscripts. We've seen this work for him throughout the series so far, and again, it's gonna work in this one. But Neo pulls out, lives to fight another day. Ooh, one tank caught out of position. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. All right, so Neo regrouping now on the backside, and after all that was said and done, almost no offensive value for either player. No primary buildings going down yet, a couple sentry guns, but that's about it. And this is the pro move here from Wheels, trying to stretch as far as he can to get the sentry guns into this hot zone. We saw players like Kian kind of define that strategy in the pro finals on the Surge map tournament month. Paradrop from Wheels bottom left, gonna run right into a couple sentry guns, probably gonna pull back and harass this oil. Fodder advantage now for Wheels. I think Wheels has had a slight War Factory advantage, but they are even at the moment. Lots of conscripts, and Neo's got to get a Desolator involved. I mean, Neo can try to match with dogs, but this is a lot of conscripts. Neo needs to be seriously considering Desolators, but Neo's playing this map very, very well. This map is so open. There's so much room to run, and the conscripts are obviously slow. That's why dogs are usually preferred as fodder. The conscripts are kind of struggling to keep up here. So Neo doing a good job assessing that Wheels has this amount of conscripts and not engaging head on with them, because the conscripts in a bundle like this can certainly do work and shift a battle. So the presents are out. Christmas presents are out here. Those are speed and money crates, which can make a difference. Of course, we have the weather storm as well. If we do start getting into a mid-late game, that's something the players need to be considering. Speed crates out now, and now look how fast those units. Oh, and Neo, big engagement here before the conscripts joined the party. That was a nice move right before the conscripts got there. Man, we're like playing Ring Around the Rosie right now. And that speed boost will be nice. On this map specifically, you get your tanks moving a little faster. I think you can get some stuff done with it. Now, Neo's still not switching over to a Desolator. A bit concerning for me. Going to try to match the conscripts with his own conscripts. Wheels going broke. Wheels has been going broke. Now, we saw this from Wheels in a couple games so far in the series. He overextends himself on his fodder, his sentry guns, his war factories, and you know, we've seen him still win games in this mid game, you know, with a struggling economy. But if Neo can hang out here, Neo's going to go into a mid game much more comfortable. And Neo needs to get some dogs. He needs to do something about these conscripts. This bundle's a little bit scary. That backside paradrop grabs a war factory. You love to see it. You love to see it. Man, Wheels hanging and banging though. Wheels doing such a good job with these conscripts, staying in there and staying mobile and adjusting to Neo's advances. Now, we have seen Neo get an edge using splits like this. So again, we see Neo on the top side with 5 tanks. Very, very nice move. Going to get in, grab that airport. Those conscripts have been making a difference, so that's pretty good value. But now Wheels out tanking on the top side. Neo's just going to have to adjust to this. We'll see if Wheels recognizes that he's ahead up here and try to get some value. What is the target exactly? Going to stop and grab an oil? I'd like to see him get on the backside and grab a couple war factories possibly. Neo matches now on the top side, so pretty even. But Wheels still in a pretty good spot here with these conscripts because Neo hasn't got a Desolator involved yet. But Neo now behind enemy lines grabs another war factory and the split on the top side. Very nice yo-yo action from Neo. Wheels struggling to keep up just a little bit here. Yeah, oh, and now uncontested on the backside. MCV's going down. Wow. Wow, very, very nice move from Neo. And, yeah, now uncontested. And Neo's got to be pulling this one out. Yeah, I got to say I'm sweating a little bit. That was a, that was a wild one, boys. That was an absolutely wild one. Now the conscripts, yeah, now he has the radar, so he has the Desolator, so these conscripts can't do anything. Oh, my God, boys. Neo Grant, the man himself, takes it home. Takes it home.
Perfect.